You may be expecting someone to introduce me, but I'm not like all the other guys. So, let me introduce myself. I'm Narco, top 1 player in the world for several seasons, and I'm risking my life teaching you how to become a pro player in a matter of days, giving you the most valuable tips and tricks you'll ever find. Sit down, relax, and enjoy. If you made it to the last zone, there's a big probability that your enemies who also made it to the last zone are smart, skilled, sharp in movements and accuracy, and you must be very careful and calculated with every step you take. Most of the time, having the high ground is an advantage, but you also need to know that going for the high ground is not always the best option. With that in mind, let me explain in detail some of the last zone fights that will help you from now on. Let's go. At this point, I could very easily move forward to the downside, since I've heard no gunshots around me. But you can never be too sure that there's no one on the high ground waiting for the opportunity to take you out from behind. If there was more than one player up there, one of them would probably start shooting at me already, since most of the squad players lack communication, leadership and strategy. So, if there is someone, it must be a solo player. Either way, we need to check it out. Luckily for me, there's no one up here, but if you rewind a little bit, you can hear some gunshots coming from below. Knowing that the highest ground is safe and won't get shot from behind, I can now go down the hill to the next high ground. If you manage to take the high ground in the last zone, all you have to do is protect it from anyone who tries to reach up to you. Tossing some grenades while they're fighting each other is not a bad move. You won't make any better use of those grenades if the whole squad focuses on you, so take your time to use them while they're distracted.
Only 2 teams left. Getting
He walks right past me thinking that I'm still up there, when in reality, I've already given up on the high ground for a surprise attack. This is the beauty of Ninja, allows you to play mind games.
chip terminal is almost ready.
This last zone fight, however, is different than the previous one. They're already taking the high ground. Well, your mission is to try to stop that, or at least take down some of them from a distance before it's too late. For that, you have to have a good long-range sensitivity, which I assume you already have if you watched my other videos. I usually don't eliminate my enemies if they're knocked down in an open field. My question is, do you know why? They're a good distraction. Not only are they able to shoot at me, but they'll take another squad member to revive them. If that happens, then you can just toss a grenade or shoot him while he's reviving his teammate. The only problem I have in here is that I need to get to this house in order to be inside the next safe zone, and if the squad turns around to shoot me from the high ground, I'll be busy sliding around and healing, and that might cause enough delay for them to revive him. I can't take that risk. In this case, it's better just to take him out. Dealing them a good amount of damage from a long distance will let them know that they're not dealing with a beginner. The ghost character should speak for himself by this point.
Airdrop incoming. Chip terminal is off.
One of them gave up the high ground to push me. This is exactly what I wanted.
Airdrop has been delivered.
With 2 players out and the third one busy healing himself, now I can push the high ground.
Get out of this zone. 2 teams left, getting close to victory.
This fight is a little bit different though, but still a fight you must watch to understand the saying, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend." This squad stays all together, has nice movements, one of them has flames coming out his back door just in case his skills aren't enough to take me down. They're my main target. I don't care about anyone else. Anything and everything I can use against them, I will. They chose a target and it's not me, but it just so happened that they're located in between me and the target they choose to engage. If I'm gonna fight them, this is the right time. I may not have a better opportunity in the future if they manage to eliminate their target and then switch the focus on me.
Airdrop incoming. Terminal is almost ready. Airdrop is delivered.
And just like that, they're gone.
The safe zone is collapsing. Getting close to victory. Chip terminal is almost ready. The safe zone is collapsing.
Another zone closed around the same area. My initial thought was to get on that hill, but as you can see, that mission won't be possible due to the fact there's already an individual with the same idea. And if one of them is around that area, there's a 50% chance that he's following his squad or his squad is about to follow him. With that in mind, I'm gonna take the next best cover inside the next safe zone, which is this house, and try to lure them to push me one by one. In this scenario, I have the high ground. I was about to shoot some bullets to lure them in when I heard the zip line.
Watch out, K9 unit incoming.
I could have used my ninja to get back on the high ground, but that would be too obvious. They already expect me to be up there. And if they expect me to be up there, that's enough reason to change my position. I can pick left or right. At this point, it doesn't matter since they're gonna rush to the top. I'll catch them by surprise.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Just as expected.
The safe zone is collapsing. Watch out, K9 unit incoming.
I'll let this fight roll by itself. All I can say is that having the high ground is useless if you don't know how to defend it.
Chip terminal is almost ready. The safe zone is collapsing. Airdrop incoming. Airdrop has been delivered. The last revived flight will arrive in 1 minute. The last 5 teams. Airdrop incoming. Chip terminal is almost ready. Airdrop has been delivered. The safe zone is collapsing. ready. Only 2 teams left. Getting close to victory. The safe zone is collapsing.
I hope this was actually useful to you, and if you want to avoid doing some of the common mistakes that get you instantly back to lobby, I highly suggest you watch the next video. See you soon, soldier.